Hi guys, EBPMAN here with Tablets for Me, and today we're going to look at two cases for the LG V10. We have the High Pro Shield and the Crystal Bumper, both from Verus case. Now first let's take a look at the High Pro Shield. This is a TPU case, and as you can see, the TPU case has these patterns inside. The TPU material that has these patterns is really designed to disperse any kind of impact that your phone may receive in the event that you drop it. So that's one part of the case. The other part is this bracket or frame that's going around your phone. So this is a plastic frame that's also giving you some extra protection as it goes around the phone. Now keep in mind that the V10 is supposed to be a rugged phone. It's the type of phone that, based on the material and how it was designed, that it would support falling on the floor or any kind of drop. That combined with a case like this is going to give you some really nice protection. So let's go ahead and put everything together and see how it looks. So the first thing we're going to do is insert our phone into the TPU material, and it's pretty simple. All you do is you just slamp it in like this, and everything aligns nicely. Now the second thing is to put the frame on. Now to put the frame on, this is the technique that I always use and tends to work the best. If you try to do it any other way, sometimes you could snap the actual plastic frame. So I like first connecting the top, as I'm doing right here, and then what I'll do is I'll just slide, just like this, the bottom portion in. And once it slides in, you'll probably hear some snapping as it falls into the channels of the TPU case, but then everything will line nicely. Now I chose my case to match with the phone and the colors with my phone, so you notice how nicely this looks. So, and let's start looking at the back of the case, and then we'll move our way to the front. So you notice how it has this really nice pattern on the back, and this pattern, not only is it a nice looking pattern, but it also helps with holding it in your hand. It doesn't feel slippery at all. It is a matte finish, and I can definitely feel the texture that I see here. You'll also notice that I have the exposure of my lens. I can see my lens here, and I have access to my fingerprint sensor, and this is a slim case, so it has some protection. So what I'll do is I'll bring it over at an angle slightly until you see that the lens kind of hides itself. So it's not quite flush with the case, so it's not flush in any way, and that's why I wanted to show you. But it's definitely not one of those really thick cases where you have the case bumping out significantly. So this is for that type of person that wants a slim design. So you have the appropriate cutouts also for your flash, and also for the laser type technology that takes place in order to be able to make sure that it's taking accurate photos. On the bottom here, the cutouts perfectly aligned. We'll flip this over right here so you can get a good look at it. So you have your headphone jack, your power charging port, pinhole mics, and speaker. No problems there. Now looking at the very top, and you'll realize that with the V10 and also the LG phones, there aren't really any buttons on the side. Your volume control is right here, right? And so is your fingerprint sensor. So you have nothing to look at here in the top or on the sides. But outside of, let's say we'll focus on the amount of screen protection you have. Now this case does have or this phone actually has a tempered glass screen protector, but you can see that there's a bevel all the way around, and it's something that I look for in any kind of case. You have a decent bevel, and it is a decent size. It's going to prevent your phone, in the event that you do put it down, from either cracking your screen protector or your actual screen as you lay it down, as some of us do. Or if you have it facing up, you don't really have to worry about your lens or anything like that getting scratched because of the extra material that's there. So very nice. I really like how it matches my phone. I have the black, I got this beige, I got the gold going, and then I have the black right here, so it really sets off the case. Very elegant looking. Now the crystal bumper is very similar to the High Pro Shield that we looked at, but you have a see-through case. You do have the frame that we saw earlier, and I'm going to just remove it. And we'll put that to the side. And in this case, what you're going to do is you're going to showcase your phone entirely if that's something that you want. It has a smooth finish on the back, and it's kind of glossy, as you can see there. There are no grooves like you saw with the previous case, but this is really going to showcase your carrier, the color of your phone, the pattern that's on the back of the LG phone. So what we're going to do is place it into the case just like that. Doesn't really require much. You can see how you can see everything on the back right there. And just as I mentioned earlier, you're going to start from the top, just like this, and then work your way down. So I'm just going to make sure that the top is nicely lined, and then I'm just going to put it in just like this. I try to get both sides at the same time, and if even I, who have put on so many cases, run into some troubles. So just going to slide it in right there until it snaps in, and everything is aligned. So now taking a closer look at the phone with the case on, here again you still see the phone. It's in its entirety. The difference is that now that you have a clear bevel as opposed to a dark bevel as you saw with the other case. Looking at the back, you see the back in its entirety. You can see access to the camera, the flash, volume rocker, and if we take a look at the protection that you have here, we'll go ahead and turn it to the side. You'll see that there is some depth there, right? It's a very slim case, but you're getting some protection. And then as I continue to tilt it, you'll see how the camera is not flush with the case, which is what you want because you want some protection on the back there. Now, the bevel that you have, or in this case, the frame that you have covers the entire case. This is a darker one, as you can see here, but you do have some bevel in the front here that is protecting your screen. And as I had mentioned, I have a tempered glass screen protector on mine. The cutouts nicely aligned, and on the bottom, no different than the previous case that we reviewed, everything aligns perfectly. So headphone jack, micro USB charging port, pinhole mic, and then you have here the speaker at the top. And one thing that also existed with the actual previous case, the Hypro case, you do have your pinhole mic as well as your IR blaster. So both cases do have the IR blasting capability, so that's not covered, so you can use your phone as a remote. So this concludes our review of the Hypro Shield and the crystal bumper case from Verus Case. I want to thank Verus Case for making this product available for us to review on this channel, and as always, I want to thank you for watching. If you have any comments or questions, leave it in the YouTube channel, and as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.